Welcome back to the Man Cave Monday podcast. My name is Joey Ross.
Yo, guys! It is Dylan Edmonds. you know who it is.
You know what the fuck it is.
You know what the fuck it is.
Well, we can officially say welcome back now because it is our second video. I know our last one was a little bit of a test drive, but we like doing it, so I think we're going to continue doing it.
Yeah, episode 2 already. So I'm actually really excited for this.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We got our own art now, and our fingers look really fucking stupid in it, but
yeah,
it's kind of funny.
One of my arms is cut off, but you know, it's cool. It's whatever.
It's actually kind of funny, to be honest with you.
That was when I had my beard.
Yeah, so
I kind of miss my beard.
we went on Fiverr to get some like a picture for our podcast to make it look, somewhat
presentable.
Presentable, because obviously I literally have no artistic bone in my fucking body. So we go on Fiverr and we're like submitting pictures to of what we look like so the person can draw us. And so, and Edmonds sends me this like picture when he was like 900 pounds, and he literally looked like Luke Combs. And I was like, I sent her like the description. I was like, don't make him as fat as he looks. And then she drew me like, I guess the picture I sent her, I looked like super skinny. So now I have like the jawline of fucking Thor. So it's a pretty good day so far. I look skinny, Evans looks fat.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good dichotomy.
It was kind of funny because the picture I chose, I was just wanted to throw a picture out there. So I was like, well, I look kind of good.
No, I asked you for your best one.
Okay, well, it was more of just a throwaway. You know what I mean?
I guess he wanted it with a beard, and it's kind of hard to Photoshop a beard, so he just sent me the one where he had like the most grotesque beard possible. I was like, send her this one.
Yeah, I had the glasses, the beard, the what is it? A flat bill? Oh yeah, I had the flat bill.
Flat bill?
Yeah, it's like a hat, a flat bill hat. What do you call it?
Like a what?
A flat bill.
You talking about like a snapback?
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
Does it have the little like holes that you like snap in at the back?
No, I'm just talking about like a normal hat. It's flat like that.
Oh, like a trucker hat? Does it have those?
Not a trucker hat.
Dude, I'm talking about like flat bill hat.
A flat bill is like when the bill is flat.
But that's the snapbacks have flat bills.
Yeah, but not all flat bills are snapbacks. Like this didn't have a snapback.
Is it like all fingers?
It was literally all covered. All covered. This everything was all covered.
All right.
So
I need to expand my mind on this because I obviously don't know what the hell that is.
I'm literally trying to show fucking Ross right now what my hat looks like. Because I guarantee everybody in the audience knows what I mean when I say a flat bill.
No,
it's a very common hat.
No, because listen to this. You either have like a baseball hat, which is what you're wearing now. It has a little like strap at the end, and then it has a curved bill. That's a baseball hat.
Baseball, yes.
Baseball cap, whatever.
Or fishing cap or something.
Or whatever, fishing cap, whatever you want to call it. And then you have a snapback where it has like holes in the back, and you can adjust the size.
Yeah, you can snap them.
Yeah.
And
those are the only two hats. And then there's beanies.
No.
There is a beanie.
So think about this. It's literally the full hat, except it's got like everything's covered. There's no strap. There's no snap bill, anything.
How does anyone fit into it?
It's just a hat. It's fitted. It's a fitted hat.
Or
it can be stretchy.
By size? Like, is it like, size 8 hat?
Think about your PC. Like... Yeah, for those in the audience. Yeah.
Your army hat.
Your army hat. It's just like that. Like, it's fitted to your head. But it doesn't even have to be.
So they come in different sizes, basically.
They come in different sizes, or you can get them like where they're stretchy. So like if you put it on, it stretches out to your head.
Well, what am I like, good. Fucking Luffy from One Piece? Like, I don't need a stretchy hat. My head isn't even that big.
I got a fat ass head.
So. No, I have some fat ass hair on my head right now. I haven't got my hair cut in months, bro. I literally look like a raccoon right now.
So it's funny. I got my haircut on quarantine. I had my roommate do it. Now the first time he did it, phenomenal. It looked dope. I mean, literally,
it didn't look that bad.
It gave me the best fade at that, and it was his first haircut ever. And he did it with beard trimmers. So I'm saying that's
so you're like, if this guy gets real like clippers, this guy's the winner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that was his first time cutting hair. So he cuts my hair. And I asked him to do it a second time. I was like, all right, I want you to try to style it for me.
Yeah, he wanted a little star in his head.
Well, I was doing like a high and tight, except I wasn't doing the tight part. It was just
the high and loose.
Yeah, the high and loose. So I was going to do a high and loose. Well, he did it, and I looked... you think I look like Peanut from Jeff Dunham now? I was like, I was literally look like that. So I was like, fuck this. I was like,
he shaved it, and then, alright, listen, he shaved it all off, and he literally wore like a fucking, like an Amish bandana around his fucking head, like a do-rag, like, for like, I'm not even kidding, like, weeks. And then the first time he met, like, our new platoon sergeant, he literally just looked like...
I was wearing it the first time we met him, yeah.
Yeah, he just looked like some, like, old lady that, like, is visiting her kids for the weekend. Like, it was just funny. Like, I was like, dude, take off the hat, bro.
For those in the audience, look up a babishma. It's a Polish grandmother. That's exactly what I fucking look like.
Babishma.
Or no, a babasha.
Don't listen.
I forget the name.
He's trying to learn Polish right now. He literally doesn't understand. He doesn't.
It's like babishma, babash,
yeah,
something like that.
Hey, you know what I would do if honestly, like, whenever I try to speak like new languages, and if I like really like, I used to job hop a lot because like after like 3 weeks, I would like, okay, and I don't want to do this anymore. So like I would put like random shit on my resume. I'd be like the CEO of fun, or like I'd be like I speak like German, and then they'd be like, "Oh, can you speak it?" Be like, "Oh, it's actually like it's more like I can read it. Yeah, I can read it." And they're like, "Oh, okay," because it's never gonna come in handy. So you never have to like you can bullshit it, and you look way smarter than you actually are, but it's never gonna actually come into fruition that you have to test it out unless. One time, so one time, okay, this is actually really funny. I used to work at this like medical coding place, right? And and I said that I can like understand more Italian because my family is Italian, which is true. My family is actually from like Italy. Like I'm like a second generation.
Hence why they're Italian.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's crazy.
Who would have fucking thought? So actually, my grandparents got here like they like literally migrated from. Or immigrated or migrated? Immigrated.
No. I feel like migration
is like for like birds.
For like mammoths and shit. They're going south for the winter.
It was too cold. So they what is it? Immigrated. I literally forgot. They immigrated literally in like 1952 or something like that. And so like my family's only been here like 70 years. Wow. And so I tell people that, and on job applications, first off, it's something to talk about, so it's not like some awkward silence. And they're like, "Oh, so you understand Italian?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Luckily, they never called me out and be like, "Oh, well, I speak Italian," because dude, first off, I'd be fucked.
I feel like it's based on the job, though. Like you could go into a grocery. Okay, let's say you go into what's a local grocery store for you? Hy-Vee. Do you know what Hy-Vee is?
No, I don't know what HIV
maybe that's,
is.
Maybe that's a fucking
Hy-Vee. HIV.
I guess that's a Midwestern thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some fucking grocery.
I'm not from like fucking Tornado Valley, bro.
Even like Walmart. Like I feel like maybe what if you put that on there and then they're like, "Well, we need you to speak to all our."
You're like a guest representative at this point.
I mean, they don't know Italian, so maybe you can just bullshit it all the way through your career. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I was banking on. But the problem was, when I was getting to my original story, was I used to. I first off, I lied on my resume to become a medical coder. Right? I applied on Indeed because I literally fucking hated my job. I'm not going to say which job. I hated
Indeed.
Indeed. You know what Indeed.com is?
No.
Okay, well, it's like a website to like find jobs, basically. It's like what is it? LinkedIn.
I don't know.
Okay, well, all right. Anyone that's like ever had a job before like the military, like, so it's basically everyone knows what Indeed is.
It's
literally
website.
a job. You know what Monster is?
Monster?
Bro, I've been on
Energy.
No,
Monster Energy?
No, it's like a job. It's literally a job site, like where it's like a job fair on the internet.
You know, if I was to get a job, it would just be like going in to apply for it. Like,
no, why would I
like
do
a
that?
normal
That's
fucking
such
person.
because half the jobs that you need to bullshit your way through, you don't even know they exist, which is what happened. So I'm on Indeed, I'm scrolling. This place is giving us like $14 an hour, which being 19 years old, or I think I was 20. Being 20 years old, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's
like $7 above minimum wage. I was like, that's like, dude, I'd be making bank, right? So I say I have an associate's degree, even though I don't have it. I'm closer to one than I'm not closer to one. If that makes sense. Like, I like, if I were to round up, it'd be way better. Alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, it's hard to explain. Anyway, so I lied and said I had an associate's degree. I lied and said I was like some fucking computer coder when like I just took like a couple of classes in like college for it. And they called me back. Oh, and then I lied and also said I spoke fucking what is it, Italian. So they called me back and I'm interviewing.
I almost said Mandarin. I don't know what that came to mind.
I actually tried to learn that on Duolingo actually, but it was just like. Why the
I should have used Rosetta Stone.
Well, I like Duolingo, but at the same time, it was like, why the fuck am I learning Mandarin? Like, where am I ever gonna use it? So anyway, she calls me back. This girl, her name is Whitney, and she's like talking to me. She's like, "Oh, that's so great. You're so young, and you have all these accolades. Like, you're gonna be great. I can tell you're a smart guy."
I can tell she's smart because I don't even know what accolade means.
That's that Kansas education for you guys. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, you're even bilingual. I'm like, you know, like when you gulp, you're like, yeah. You like kind of slide down in your chair and you're like,
yep, sure do.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I am. I was like, yeah, I'm a little bilingual. I tried to play it off like I was hoping she didn't notice, and she was like, oh,
I'm not
really?
super bilingual.
She was like, tell me how to say this in Italian, and I was like, honestly, like, I only really understand like how to hear it. Like, I'm not like I can hear it and understand what they're saying. She's like, oh, okay, sucks we don't have anyone that speaks Italian to be honest. And I'm like, it sucks, right? Like, I don't know. So this guy, okay, okay, fast forward about 3 weeks. I fell through the cracks, bro. Like, I fit in perfectly. I was doing good. I had to learn how to actually do my job, and I actually didn't suck at it. So everything's going great, right? And then like I had one bad day because I worked 2 jobs. I was tired as fuck, and I was in a bad mood. And something dumb happened. I don't even remember what happened, but like I like basically like me and my coworker got into an argument, and they called me. I was so like sometimes like I would be like technical support because like you're like a medical coder, and someone called me and was like, hey, this guy's speaking Italian. Can you like translate this for me? So I'm like, dude, I'm literally sweating bullets at this point. Like, I'm like, all right, like here, I was like, send him through. I acted like I was under control, but I was sweating, bro. So they're like, I was like, patch him through. and I was, bro, I literally knew like how to say like fucking one word in Italian, and I forgot what it was now because I haven't done Duolingo in a couple of years. So I said hello in Italian. And bro, they like literally, bro. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. They were spitting, bro. I was like, sir, can you slow that down for a second? And he goes, and he's talking so fast, and I was like, maybe it must be a different dialect. I don't understand this guy's a different dialect. I don't understand what this guy's saying right now. So I'm like, I turned to my coworker and I'm like, I muted my phone and I'm like, I don't understand what this guy's saying. They're like, don't you speak like Italian? And I was like, not this Italian. Like, she was like, what do you mean? I was like, there's different dialects. You know, there's like Sicily and there's fucking Venice and all. I was like, naming all. I was like, Southern Italian is way different than Northern Italian. Everyone knows this. And she's like, oh, okay. And then like, so I unmuted her. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand what you're saying. So he puts his grandson on the phone, and he's like, apparently you don't speak fucking Italian. So like the grandson's like translating, and he's like, you don't understand what the fuck he said. Like you don't understand any Italian. Like he was like, why would they say like you could speak Italian to me if you like that's misleading. Like your business sucks. Like he was just going off on me, and the son was roasting. And the son was like just like basically saying it with no fucking shame. He was like, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Like I was like, bro, at least censor it. Like it hurt my feelings, bro. Like I don't know. It was a bad. And
maybe you should have censored him while he was talking. So he should have been like, you're a beep, and like just said it to yourself.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I was like, okay, like All right, well, dude, at that point, I was already having a bad day, so I literally I went on. So I went on like my lunch break.
Yeah.
I put up like quotation marks for the viewers. I went on my lunch break, and I literally never came back. and like after like 2 hours, like dude, they were blowing up my phone. Like Whitney was like, "Hey, where are you? Where are you? What the fuck's going on?" And I had regrets about it at first. I was like, fuck, like, how am I going to pay my bills? Like,
hey, that's Trap Van voice.
yeah, that was Trap Van by actually yours truly. We made our own song. And I want to say we spit some heat with our boy Frozone.
Yep.
He leaves people in the ozone.
He does leave people in the ozone.
So, anyway, I start regretting it. I'm like, God, like, how am I going to pay my bills? Like, I'm like screwed. Should I go back? So I text her. I'm like, oh, I was just in a car accident. And she was like, oh, are you okay? Like, let me see your pictures of your car. And I was like, oh, they already took it. They already took it to the compound. Like, I was like, at this point, I need a break from work right now. So I told her that I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the office for a few weeks. And she was like, that's okay. Just whenever you're back, like, let us know. Because I was really getting along there. Like, everything was great. And I was like, and then like a day later, I was like, actually, I'm not coming back. I quit. And then she was like, thanks. And that's basically the end of it. Like, I really bamboozled my way to like a fucking white collar job just to quit in like a month.
So speaking of really shitty jobs, guess what I used to be? And it was for one day and one day only.
I think you told me about it. It was...
I don't know if I...
No, you told me... Wasn't it a car mechanic?
No, I mean, I did work on ACs, but that's not really car mechanics.
All right, whatever. Was that it?
Remember, I can't do car stuff. We learned that last podcast.
We learned that in the first episode. What was it? Swallow your pride.
Swallow your pride. So, I, for one day, was actually, like, a clown.
Like a
party clown,
like a Ronald McDonald, like
a party clown. You know how they
How did you get this job?
You know how they like ring into you? Well, okay, so
no, I don't know how the life of a clown is. I don't know how to get my start on clownership.
All right, I'll teach you the ways of the clown.
Did you go to clown you?
So there's no clown university.
You see
clown you? No, I didn't. So basically, I got this job because. It was my mom's friend's, like, one of her coworkers or something. Her son was having a birthday party. And I needed some money. And mind you, I'm like 15 at this time.
So you do anything, bro.
So
you're trying to get your fucking subscription to fucking Pornhub Weekly. Like,
you're right, yeah. Hey, that shit ain't free. Well, it is right now if you guys want to check it out.
Sometimes we're not sponsored by
we're not sponsored by Pornhub, but they are free right now. Not that I would know, but
yeah, how do you know? Like, first, I'm abstinent, so.
So my mom's friend's coworker, her son was having this party, and I needed some money, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. She was like, we need a party clown, and I was like, shit, I'm kind of clowny. I was the class clown.
People do say I look stupid. Like.
They did call me the class clown in high school. So
that is that's okay. So
it might have been because I was funny looking.
So you get what you fucking deserve. Okay.
So I go to the store. This was like mid-October, so it was kind of when they had the Halloween stuff out. So I was like, fuck it. They got makeup or so
you had to buy your own materials?
Of course. They're not going to provide me with my clown face.
Why not?
I don't know. You asked them. They didn't want to fucking get
I feel like your whole paycheck just went towards your own fucking clown makeup.
Well, so here's the thing. It was an investment because I thought I was going to be maybe a clown for 2 more days, 3 more days, 3 more. I could have been a clown right now, but I guess not.
I mean, you still kind of are.
No.
You're funny. You speak funny business.
That reminds me of that movie, Monkey Business. We actually watched this movie called Monkey Business. It's on Vudu. Funniest movie ever. Definitely check it out.
No, the funniest movie ever is The Dog That Saved Halloween.
That was a banger.
What are you doing, Georgie? That dude really did save Halloween.
So anyway, back to the story. So I go to the store and I buy all this clown makeup bullshit, whatever. And I actually was dating this girl at the time who wanted to like go to college for like cosmetics or cosmetology, I think it is, or is that hair?
That's hair, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, whatever cosmetic type thing.
The study of facial makeup.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Well,
that
she
one.
wanted to do like movie makeup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what it's
like
called.
Theater.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I can't do
theater
my own
production.
fucking makeup, so I'll have her do it. So
you got the plug. All right, that's good.
I got the plug. So I'm dating this girl, and we go back to my house, and we're putting on the face paint, and she makes me like almost like a mime, but like a scary mime. Like it was like a mime clown, Ronald McDonald like terror zone. Like
That's
it was
fucking horrifying.
It was fucking terrifying.
Did you understand? Did she understand like what kind of clown you're going for?
Yeah, I told her, I was like, I'm gonna go be this party clown at like a 10-year-old's party. I was like, don't make me look bad, but it was too late. We were out of face paint at that point,
Oh
so
my God.
I had to roll with it, and I had to be there in like 45 minutes. So
You probably scared the shit out of these kids.
Well, so here's the thing. I got there, and oh, by the way,
So here's the thing.
apparently I said that a lot last episode.
Yeah, so I didn't notice it, but apparently, like one of our friends, D Will, shout out to D Will, by the way, if you're listening to this.
Shout out D Willie.
I didn't even know he listened to the first one. Actually, it's kind of funny. But anyway, shout out to D Will. He said. So here's the thing. Like at least 15.
I must have said it like go back and watch it, and I must have said it probably 20 times.
So apparently,
Anyway, so here's the thing.
So here's the thing. All right.
So I bought the big ass clown shoes, like like you see in the movies. Where, they're like, and I had the fucking squeaky red nose, everything, bro. I went all out. I had fake fucking what is it, like rainbow hair. Like,
so this was a real fucking investment.
Real investment, and I mean they were gonna pay me good. It was like $200, which is like a fucking fortune.
That is, dude, you're just fucking, that's all King Midas's silver, bro.
I was clowning him, bro, literally. So I get to this party, and on my way to the party, I'm looking up YouTube videos on how to make balloon animals.
Dude, that's an art you really have to learn.
Yeah,
bro. You can't just like, oh, I'm on my way to fucking my first job. Let me learn how to fold. Dude, no, I don't even know how to tie a balloon. Like how, like, dude, that is a tough thing to do.
It was very tough. So needless to say, all the kids at the party got snakes. Because I knew how to. I was like, here's a snake for you.
You put rubber bands and shit on there, don't you?
I didn't. Well,
what, did you just get like a long fucking balloon,
so
like
it's
hot dog?
It's a long, like, you like stretch it out, like,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen.
Is
like,
it a regular balloon?
I don't think so. No. It's
So
like
okay,
it's like a specialized balloon.
Okay.
So you like stretch it out and then you blow it and it fucking looks like a giant penis. So you fucking
That's kind of hot.
You've got this fucking snake and then you just tie it at the end. So needless to say, all these kids were getting snakes because I couldn't make anything. But I had a little permanent marker, so I just drew a little face on it with a smiley face, maybe a little squiggles for design. You know what I mean?
I feel like if I was 10, if I was 10, I'd be smart enough to know that you were a fucking imposter. Like, you do not belong there.
Well, I was also
I feel like I was a pretty smart kid.
You know how short and, like, young I look, too? I mean, even with the face makeup, I'm 15 years old. Like, I don't look like a 6-year-old creepo, you know?
I mean,
like the normal clowns. So, we're doing this, and I'm making these balloon animals. I'm trying to entertain them. And at this time, the only there was 3 clowns I knew of. Pennywise the clown. So I didn't
Was that out back then? It?
Oh, yeah. The old It. Like,
so I don't watch horror movies like that.
So
actually, the first time I watched horror movies, it was here.
Yeah, big horror movie fan. Love horror movies.
I'm a big comedy kind of guy.
Well, comedy is always
I like to keep it light.
Maybe some rom-coms.
So, dude, don't even get me started about rom-coms. Me and Star Band both love rom-coms.
Rom-coms are the shit.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this, and I knew Pennywise, I knew Ronald McDonald, and I knew Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons.
I thought Krusty was the guy from SpongeBob.
What?
Wasn't there a clown?
Was there a clown in SpongeBob?
No, like there's like
I don't think so.
All right, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, that's the Krusty Krab.
Never mind.
I'm pretty sure it's Krusty or maybe his name's not Krusty.
I didn't like The Simpsons. I like Family Guy better.
Family Guy is better. But so anyway,
I didn't like how they're fucking yellow.
There's like this.
Like just be a fucking normal color.
So there's this clown on The Simpsons, and like he's got like blue hair.
I know, yeah.
So I knew him.
He kind of looks like the cop, or maybe he was the cop.
He kind of looked like a cop. Man.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I
don't know. Anyway, so I only knew those 3. Well, I didn't know I didn't want to be like Ronald McDonald because he scared me when I was a kid, and Pennywise is obviously scary.
The Grinch scared me when I was a kid.
So he's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So I went with whatever his name is, Krusty the Clown.
Okay.
Krusty the Clown, I'm pretty sure is his name. So I went with him. Well, he's got this like fucking laugh. Yeah, and I'm 15. I don't think I even hit puberty at this time.
Dude, I was a late
bloomer. But I hit puberty, but like I had a full beard at the age of 15. But I had like the voice of a squeaker.
Dude,
So
I didn't get my first chin hair until like I was like 18. Bro.
Imagine me like 5'4", 120 pounds with a full ass beard, but I sounded like this. That was
you
literally
did sound like a clown.
Yeah, but he has like this deep voice. So anyway, so I'm trying to act like him. I'm trying to do all this fucking dumb shit, and these kids are getting scared because
I would too. You're a fucking creeper.
I've got this creepy ass fucking face paint on.
They're like, who let this pedophile into the park?
And then I'm trying to talk to these kids. I can't make balloon animals. Like I can't do anything.
You're just giving them a bunch of hot dogs.
I grabbed apples and I tried to juggle them, but I couldn't do it like cross. You know?
There's cross. Wait, can you actually juggle though?
I can.
Oh, okay.
I can, but I was doing it.
Point to you.
I was doing it in circles. Now I don't know if it's.
I mean, it's still pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, it was.
I don't have the
hand-eye coordination.
No, I have tons of. I guess not, obviously, because I mean, you know, I'm a ball player. You know,
baller.
You know, I'm for those of you who know, I'm like one of the best basketball players here. So,
well, second best. Next to me. So
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
And I hit it from the 3. So I'm trying to juggle, and I'm just off my game today. So one of the balls hits me in the head, and it's just squishy ball, so it's not a big deal. Yeah. But I drop it, and these kids go, boo! Dude, when I tell you, my feelings were hurt. So I said,
should be. You fooled these kids into thinking you were a fool.
And I said, boo to you! Well, they had a dog, a little what is it? A Boston Terrier is what it is. Mm-hmm. And this dog, when I say, I like screamed in this kid's face. I was like, boo to you!
Well, you were pissed off.
And this dog is apparently territorial because he came and bit me on the leg. And
little tiny dog?
They're not that tiny.
I would have fucking punted it.
He bit me on my Achilles.
I would have went fucking Mike Vick on him, bro.
I swear, I was like a Spartan in 300 because he bit me in the Achilles and I was like, oh! I was almost done. And
I can tell you just watched that movie recently.
I did.
We talked about it a couple days ago.
I was sitting there in pain, excruciating. Well, it wasn't that bad, but for a 15-year-old, it was like hell. Okay. So I'm crying. So now my makeup, my face paint is fucking running down my face. I've got black streaks like this. I'm crying and screaming, and these kids are fucking going wild.
Wait, they're laughing at you now?
No, they are screaming in terror. They're all running around.
Holy shit.
Needless to say, I didn't get paid for that.
Wait, they didn't pay for that?
No.
Wait, so your investment really turned into a detriment, bro?
I went into debt on that one.
Yeah. No Pornhub for you.
But that was the one day I was a party clown. So,
wow.
Yeah. Fun fact about me.
I learned something new about you every single fucking day. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's how about we move into our...
Let's go into the Man Cave Minute.
Let's go to...
the Manly Minute.
The Manly Minute.
I fucked that up last time,
Come
too.
On, bro.
The Manly Minute.
Be for real about this one.
Now, this part of the show is where we take questions from you, the audience, and we answer them for you because we are manly men, and we know what needs to happen.
And we just know... We know how to respond to these questions in a way that will benefit the future of men.
Yeah, this isn't just something any old boy could teach you.
Exactly.
This is a man answer.
So here's a question from our man Dick Coin. He actually submitted two, but I'll go ahead and read the first one. What is something I absolutely need to know when learning to drive?
When learning to drive?
When learning to drive. That's interesting.
Well, funny enough, I learned to drive when I was like 13. I actually had
I learned to drive when I was 19.
I had a farmer's license, so the difference, or it was a farmer's permit. So if you live on
a farmer's permit, did it give you the permission to harvest fucking wheat?
Well, I could do that anyway, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually have to do with farming. Well, okay, it kind of does. But
okay, so basically, what is it?
If you live out on a farm, you're able to drive to and from school, back to and from school and to and from work. It's like a normal permit, but for some reason they give it to farm kids. Don't ask me why. I think it's because I was licensed on a tractor, so maybe the skills are tangible to that. I don't know. That's
not what tangible means. And then transferable.
Transferable. That's the word I was looking for. So I had this farmer's permit. So I've been driving since I was 13. So I feel like, you know what one thing is? I feel like every man should know how to drive manual stick shift.
Well, if that's the case, then I guess I'm not a fucking
man. Oh my God.
Dude, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
You can literally teach it to yourself in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I also need someone to let me borrow their fucking car to let some guy learn how to drive stick shift. That's just not a good idea.
Just buy a Gitmo beater and
absolutely not. Shift. You don't. Okay, so that would. Okay, so let me rephrase this. It would be a good idea to learn how to drive manual, but until I learn how to drive manual, you don't need to be a man. You don't need to like learn manual to be a man. Let me tell you something that you need to know when it doesn't even have to be a man. Let me tell you something you need to know when you're driving, when you're first learning to drive. No one fucking cares about you. Literally, people will go 700 miles an hour just to go by you and then to give you turn around and give you a fucking dirty look. So my best advice to someone that is learning how to fucking drive is literally treat everyone like they're out to fucking kill you and drive accordingly. Because I swear on my life, I was like drag racing this fucking guy on the highway because I was trying to merge to get on my turn.
Yeah.
And he literally was like, "Oh, this guy's trying to pass me." No, I want to get to my fucking destination.
Yeah. Always drive defensively. Most certainly. Every time you drive as if everybody in the world is trying to fucking hit you with their car.
Honestly. And that is beyond facts. Also, learn how to use a fucking turn signal. Because if you're driving and you're just swerving back and forth between the lanes, first off, that's scary as shit. Because I don't know when you're going to merge. I don't know if you see me or not. And second, I mean, it's there for a fucking reason. Like, I know you're not trying to let someone know, like, your next move or whatever, but, like, just literally, like, figure out how to fucking do it. Like, use your turn signal and then use it. It's, like, a crazy concept, but it actually is, like, a thing.
Now, you can ask any Kansas person ever. We never use turn signals.
No, you can ask any you can ask any Florida person either. No one fucking... I think no one in the world uses turn signals. They're, like, obsolete at this point.
Did you ever learn the turn signal signs? Like, so there's actual signs that you're supposed to do. Like, let's say both of your turn signals go out. You actually like wave your hand out the window and you do like certain signs.
I just point. I just like, oh yeah, I'm going that way.
Like, hey, I'm going over there. I said right turn.
No, actually, so you know it's really fun. So that's something you learn when you're getting your permit or your fucking farmer's permit or whatever. I got a learner's permit, right? And I failed my learner's permit 3 times. Because, one, the first time I took it, I didn't study not a single fucking... I literally was like, I called them, made the appointment, and was just like... I treated it like how I treated high school. I bullshitted my way through it and passed. So I was like, why can't I do this with a fucking learner's permit? I know how to drive already. At this point, I already knew how to drive because I was 19 when I got it. So, I literally go up there... did I tell you the time I got caught cheating on my learner's permit? Oh my god. So I go up there, right? And you can take it twice per day, right?
Yes.
So I go up there, and let me tell you, the first time they're like, now calling N 455, whatever.
Yeah.
So I go up there, and I crack my knuckles. I'm like, I sit down, I'm ready to do this shit, right? Bro, the first question, I was like, okay, I don't know this one. And then I skipped it. I was like, okay, I don't know this one. I didn't know fucking any of them. So I'm like, oh shit, I got like 10 out of 50 right.
Oh
so at this point, I go back to the drawing board, right? So I was like, I have one more.
I didn't make a game plan.
I gotta recalibrate my plan here, right? So I go with my brother and I'm like, because my brother took me, I was like, Zach, I failed. He's like, what do you mean you failed? And I was like, I didn't study. So let me see that handbook, because they give you a handbook. So I'm reading it. And then it's like, now calling Ed. And I'm like, oh fuck, like now, all right, it's time to shine. I only had about 10 minutes study, right? So I'm taking in all the information. I had my phone with me, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I took pictures of the fucking handbook. Genius, right? So I had a jacket on. So before I sit down, I took off my jacket, put it in my lap, right? Dude, Ooh. Put it in my lap. Fucking genius move, right? So I get to the first question. I knew that one because I got it wrong the last time. I come to the second question. Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on, so I skip it. I have no idea what any of these questions are. So I'm like, I'm looking around. I do a little at the corner of my eye.
Creepy look.
Yeah, I give him the little snake eyes. I dart back and forth. I check my surroundings. I pull out my phone, right? Dude, the first question I actually got right, because I'm looking at my phone and everything's going well. Dude, I get to my second question. This is like question number 4, right? So I'm like not even that far into it. Bro, I get a tap on my shoulder. Oh my god, when I tell you I had a fucking heart attack, bro, like a fucking jolt of fucking, of electricity in the fucking air. I have never felt more scared in my entire life, except for when I saw a snake when we were hiking.
Oh,
bro, a jolt of fucking electricity went through me. I look up to my right, the security guard goes, "We're gonna need you to come with me."
Oh.
I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go to jail, So my brother's looking at me, he's like, all wide-eyed, he's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is my brother going to jail for cheating on his learner's permit? And dude, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm so fucking stupid. I literally got caught cheating. So she's like, go sit back down. So I sit back down, and I'm with my brother, and I'm like, he's like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. And we're arguing back and forth, bickering. And after 10 minutes, I'm looking around, no one said any shit. And I was like, let's just fucking go. So we dipped the fuck out of there, right? And then a week later, I scheduled another one. And bro, I walked in and I was like, these guys are gonna know it's me. Bro, they forgot, I guess. I took my learner's permit and I passed, and here I am today.
Oh my god. So basically what we're trying to tell you, Ditcoin, is when you go to take your learner's permit, don't cheat on it. Don't cheat on it. Study for it and learn how to use your turn signal. And if you do cheat, just dip the fuck out and go back a week later. You'll be all right.
Yeah, wait a week. All right. Ditcoin, you also had another question for us.
Oh my god.
This is the best question yet. Actually, it says, "What is something a boy needs to do to be considered a man?"
That's a toughie.
That is the best question.
An amazing question.
Okay. You want to take a crack at it, or you want me to go for it?
No, you go for it.
All right. So are we joking about this? Oh, let's do it. I'll do a joke one, and then I'll do a for real one.
All right,
the first thing you need to know to be a man. God, okay. So this really I read it when he sent it to me, and I was like, I didn't think about it because I wanted to be authentic, but I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. So, but I don't know, but I do know. I do know. So the first thing you need to do, first off, is to be a man, if you're trying to grow facial hair and you can't grow facial hair, don't let it go. Let it go, because I promise you clinging on to your fucking peach fuzz, just trying to make your beard connect, it's gonna make you look not only immature, it's gonna make you look like you have a small dick. It's gonna make you feel, everything. Because the thing is, if you're trying to cling on to some false hope, some fantasy, and it's obviously not working, people are gonna think that you're just still immature and stuck on your ways. Now Ed, he's never had that problem because he can grow a beard.
I could literally grow a beard in 3 days.
Yeah, me personally, I literally didn't shave for a whole week, not even one day ago. And I just looked ratchet. I looked so bad.
Yeah, I was about to chop in, but I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, I forgot my razor.
Old JoJo here.
Old Joey boy.
I've seen some photos of you when you had facial hair.
Oh, don't go there, bro. Don't talk about Mickey Mouse, bro.
You look like you were part Yeti, kind of. you were like patchy Yeti.
Dude, because the thing is, it grows so fucking thick on my sideburns. And then it just stops growing.
You ever seen Teen Wolf?
No, I've heard of it.
You literally look like Teen Wolf because he's got facial.
Now I need to see what Teen Wolf looks like. He
kind of looks like. And look at the old school Teen Wolf is what you need to look at. Old school. Yeah. So there was an old TV show, and then or maybe it was a movie.
Internet is taking. It is not working right now.
Well, so there's two types. There is the newer show, which
we'll figure it out.
Is fucking bomb as fuck. I love that show. I haven't watched all of it. So
isn't that watching Grey's Anatomy basically?
No, okay.
You're pretty much a fucking.
Didn't you watch One Tree Hill or something?
Yeah, because that show's actually really good. One Tree Hill is good.
Well, you might as well watch fucking what's that one show? Pretty Little Liars.
Dude, that show is actually kind of good.
Pretty Little Liars.
There's just hot girls being hot, like just solving mysteries and shit.
No, I never did find out who A was. I did watch it. No, I'm not gonna lie. I watched it with my mom and my sister.
I was gonna say,
my mom and my
why,
sister.
bro? Why? Okay, first off, the first part of being a man is not to flex and say you. That's actually a good one. The first part about being a man is not flexing and saying you don't do something because it might sound fucking girly, gay, whatever. Like, own your shit. Because Ed's like, oh, I bet you watch Pretty Little Liars. And see, I look like a man who's like, yeah, I watch Pretty Little Liars. And he's like, well, actually, I watch it too.
You look like a little bitch.
Dude, yeah, you look like a bitch because you're like, first off, you're like judging someone on something you actually do. And second off, if you catch someone in a lie like I just did Ed, like, he kind of looks fucking dumb. So, first off, Pretty Little Liars, good show, hot girls. A was someone they knew, but I don't remember who it was.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
So I've only
we should have a little marathon.
Well, I watched it with you ever sit there? I don't know if you have it. Oh yeah, you have sisters.
Yeah,
so
4 of them.
My sister and my mom used to love this show. They would watch it.
My
all the
sisters
time.
loved it too.
And I was just bored.
That's how I got into Gossip Girl.
Yeah, okay.
I owned it.
So I'm watching I'm just sitting there and bullshitting on my phone, whatever, texting the baddies. That didn't happen.
You literally didn't text a single baddie. So not a single time.
I'm sitting there on my phone watching Minecraft videos.
more realistic.
And I see it in the background, and it kind of catches your eye. It's kind of fuzzy because you're focused on your phone. So I kind of scoop my eyes over, and I'm like, what is this? And they go, we're gonna find out who A is. So I was like, well, who the fuck is A?
Yeah.
So
the ABC.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Is there A or is
A what?
Is it A through Z or is it
A what?
Yeah.
Find A what?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, well, who's this A character they're speaking of? So I was like,
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. I was like, fuck it. So I started watching it with them, and I never actually figured it out.
Yeah, it just dragged on too long. Like, we almost found out who A was, and then we found out that Allie was alive, and
I'm pretty sure there's 20 A's.
Yeah, I don't remember the ending of it, but I thought it was her twin or something. I don't remember.
Allie did she did have a twin.
No, she had some twin that no one knew about because she was evil or something.
Was Allie the bad blonde?
Yeah, she was bad. Yeah, she was sexy.
Oh, you know who was hot though? Oh, what was her name? She was on another show. She almost looked like Selena Gomez, kind of.
Oh, you talking about the girl on? Yeah. I don't remember her first. I don't remember her name.
She was sexy.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at her recently, and she's not as hot as I remember her being.
It's not Mila Kunis, is it?
Mila Kunis? No, it's not her. It's not her.
Is that a porn star?
No,
that's Mia Khalifa.
That's Mia Malkova.
Mia Malkova.
Mila Kunis is the one in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. My favorite rom-com, by the way.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I liked
she's also in
I Love You,
show.
Beth Cooper, or something like that.
I Love You, Beth Cooper.
Yeah, something like that. Or She's Out of My League. That's a good show.
I think I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
She's Out of My League is really good. I like those types of movies. They're feel good. The nerdy boy always gets the woman.
The rom-com.
The nerdy boy gets the woman. I'm a nerdy boy. I'm gonna get me a woman.
Honestly, except for in real life. Actually, that happens. It
does happen in real life.
Yeah. Honestly, I see some of the hottest girls with some questionable looking guys, and I'm like, you must have a big dick.
It must. That's gotta be the only plausible thing that could happen.
You must be well endowed.
That man wears a fucking sock on his wiener because that shit is fucking. He's a human tripod.
To get back to your question, Mr. Dion.
What was the fucking question?
Well, the question.
Oh yeah.
What do you have to do?
What do you have to do
to go from being a boy to being a man?
Let your balls drop if you want a fucking scientific
answer. Term. Let your balls drop. I would say just have strong character. Don't ever change for anyone else. Change because you want to change. and I say this with the bottom of my heart. I was actually I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was pretty cool. I would say in high school, I was pretty well known. And I was always just myself, Even when I got to the army, people change around other people. I know we both know prime examples of who those people are, but people change in front of other people, and just being yourself is always the most consistent way to be happy with who you are.
Well said, Joe. Well said. I got nothing to add, but that was well said in my opinion.
We're gonna move to our next question. This one, not as polarizing because we both agree on this one. Actually, no, because you're being a little bitch about this one. Actually, Frozone actually asked us. Frozone, shout out to our man.
Shout
Bradley.
out Frozone. Puts
Dominic.
people in the ozone.
Yeah, puts people in the ozone. Frozone putting people in the ozone. Yeah. Bradley.
Check out Chad Van. It already dropped.
Chad Van, exactly. He said Xbox or PS4. So let me start this one off. All right. So I have always been an Xbox fan, right? Always. You know, Halo 3 was one of my favorite times of being a kid. You know, like playing Halo 3 custom games when Halo Reach came out. Forge was fun. I mean, Gears. I was a competitive player in Gears of War. We just had a lot of fun games. You know.
Fable
was great.
Single player.
They're actually coming out with a new one on the new Xbox coming out.
Really?
Yeah. And you'll see that soon. But anyway, that never stopped me from having a PlayStation. You know, I grew up. I had a PlayStation 2. I used to play this game called Dynasty Warriors. I played Conker's Bad for. I played fucking. I played God of War. I mean, all these games. Ratchet and Clank, Spyro.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank.
Anyway, I never, ever have liked the feeling of the PS4 controller or the PlayStation controller. I feel like it's made for kids. You know, it's too small. I feel like the analog sticks aren't in the right place. It's just like the user interface isn't very good. And more recently, the PS4 did beat the Xbox One. I'm not gonna lie. The Xbox One was a failed marketing technique to make something like an all-in-one entertainment center. It wasn't a gaming system like.
No, it was advertised as an all-in-one family.
Exactly.
Like entertainment system. Exactly.
So that was the mistake of the Xbox One. But there's no doubt that the Xbox 360 was better than the PS3. The Xbox 360 was quadrillion times better than the PS3. I mean, no one's like, oh yeah, PSN party or PSN Live. Everyone was talking about Xbox Live fucking
Xbox
party
Live,
chat. Xbox Live,
360.
Xbox Live, Xbox Live, Xbox Live, right?
Definitely.
And Microsoft is a $1 billion company, right? They know their mistakes. They understood where they went wrong. There's no way they're gonna let Sony, who is not even worth like 10% of their fucking company, beat them at their own game. So I have so much faith in the Xbox, and not only I was thinking about this actually a couple weeks ago when I was arguing with my friend about this same topic. Is Xbox? The people say there's no point of the Xbox One or the Xbox in general because it's all on PC. It's true, but not everyone can afford PC, right? Not all games are from Xbox One are even on PC. First off.
Yeah, there are some Xbox exclusives.
Yeah, so they're strictly Xbox exclusives. First off, there are games that I want to play with my friends, but I don't have a fucking Xbox anymore because I bought a PC. However, think of it like this: connectivity. That is the point of Xbox. You know, my friends on that play on fucking PC, I can play with them on Xbox for a lot of the games, and vice versa, right? And it's all about bringing people together, which in a way, in society where we're always trying to bring people together through social media, Snapchat, Instagram, all this is something that Microsoft has capitalized on better than any other platform in the entire world. Now you can do so many things with your friends that don't even have the console anymore. And it's just another way to play with your friends, reconnect with old buddies. Me, I'm in the military, so I have a lot of friends that I'm not stationed with anymore. You play PC? I have PC, we can play. You have Xbox? I have PC, we can still play. My friends with PS4s, I can't play with them.
And Microsoft Windows actually comes with an Xbox function, so there are Xbox compatible games that Windows 10 will already come with.
Exactly. And there's so like even if you can't afford to buy these games, like they already come with it. It's great. Now Ed actually has been telling me he wanted to get a PS5. Take it away, Ed. I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, so let me ask you a question before we get into this, right? Or before I get into my spiel about it. What do you think was better, the PlayStation 2 or the original Xbox?
The original Xbox.
Why?
Because not only was Star Wars Battlefront 2 one of the greatest games ever created,
it was on PlayStation.
But okay, so I had it on the Xbox.
Right.
But Halo 2 changed the fucking future of video games. I mean, dude, you had so many like great fucking Xbox exclusives. You had Republic Commando. You had KOTOR. I don't even think KOTOR was on on PlayStation.
No. Crash Bandicoot.
Well, that was on PlayStation.
Oh, was it?
I'm talking about KOTOR. It's for anyone who doesn't know Star Wars. Knights of the Old Republic is one of the greatest like RPGs. One of the most influential RPGs of its time. All of these were on the Xbox, and not to mention the Halo series, which was like the Halo was the best game on any console. So
yeah. Well, and they came out with speaking back to Star Wars, they had the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, the video game. And that was when they actually started trying to make 3D models in lightsaber combat. Yeah. So now they have the Last Jedi or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. I have it. It's really good, but. Yeah. They started doing stuff like that. So here's what I want to get into. From a financial standpoint, PlayStation 2 outsold Xbox incredibly. I just looked up some of the statistics. I was watching a video the other day on YouTube. Outsold, I mean, by a fuckload. I mean,
I need to do some research. I need to do some research on that. Keep talking.
Go ahead and look at it. So anyway, I think so in my personal opinion, I believe, what's it say here?
Sony PlayStation 2 achieved sales dominance in this generation, becoming the first console in history with over 150 million units sold over, and Xbox sold over 24 million units. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, outsold incredibly.
Okay, all right, I'll give it to him.
So in my opinion, PlayStation 2 and Xbox, the original Xbox, were the two. They were very evenly matched. Now, obviously, PlayStation sold better, but I think they were, as of games and as of entertainment, they were both very close, like hand in hand. I had both of them. I thought they were.
I had both of them as well.
I thought they were both,
but not at the same time.
I thought they were both amazing. So I'm just going to skip that because I think they kind of tied. So then we go into the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3.
Okay.
Obviously, we already talked about this. Xbox 360 was just outwinded everything PlayStation. The PlayStation 3 sounded really good, but I don't know if you remember when it first launched. I believe it was the PlayStation 3s that had the like glossy texture. They were having major problems. They actually called a recall on hundreds and or thousands of consoles.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a big deal with PlayStation. When they first launched, they were just shit. They were fucking garbage. Well, they came out with a PS3 Pro, or I don't know what you call it, but a new advanced version of it. And that ended up taking it a little bit better. So, I mean, here's what I'm going to say. Xbox has many exclusives I like. Fable is one of my favorites. The Halo series, which is now on PC, so you can't really call that an Xbox exclusive.
Not exactly yet, but go on.
For the PlayStation, here's what I'm thinking about, right? So Sony is known for movie making. They're, right? Sony is like an entertainment movie type making company. So their video games are very immersive when it comes to single player games.
Okay.
Now, I'm not talking multiplayer, I'm talking single player games. The Last of Us, Uncharted, what else was there?
God of War.
Very digitally or graphically amazing. They just look great because they're used to making movies like that, so they put that into their games and it makes you feel more immersed into it, more of a movie type feel. Now, if we're talking multiplayer games, I mean, I love, Halo, obviously. PlayStation doesn't have Halo. Very great game. Gears of War, very good multiplayer game. And, they both have their balances, but like you said, I've always hated the PlayStation controllers. They are
I hate them.
They're trash.
I hate them.
And back to the PS.
They're for people with small hands.
Exactly. I hate the analogs, just like you were saying. I can't have my hands crunched up like I'm fucking grabbing a muffin or something. Like I'm like.
It really is small.
It is.
And they're talking about, oh, you guys have to put batteries in your controller, and people will literally be sitting there 1 foot away from their fucking TV with that little cord plugging in their fucking controller. Like I prefer to have like batteries because you could just.
They're interchangeable.
A lot of them come with fucking rechargeable batteries anyway.
Yeah, and you can't with the PlayStation controller, if it dies, You can't just replace the batteries real quick.
Yeah, honestly.
You have to fucking wait and sit there on your little ass, tiny ass cord, waiting for it to charge.
And don't be like, don't be like, yeah, you can get a better USB port. Yeah, but I've literally, my friend Zach, shout out to you, right? This dude has a PS4. He's basically had like PlayStation his whole life. He had an Xbox as well.
Yeah.
This guy, I can't tell you how many times I've been to his house, and this guy's fucking sitting 1 foot away from the TV with his fucking thing. With his little controller, his little DualShock System 4000, because he forgot to charge his shit, bro. If you don't charge your controller, you're fucked. So you better remember to charge your controller, or have multiple that are on the go, on the ready. Because if Xbox, I forgot to charge my controller. I have batteries right here.
Yeah.
And then you can charge your battery pack while you're
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna say that like. The single player games for PlayStation are also really good, but how many of those? Okay, so I already said that the PS4 beat the Xbox One. Yeah. A lot of those games that are single player that are like great really like shined on the PS4 when the Xbox was also declined, right?
Yeah.
So Xbox right now doesn't have a lot to compare to. However,
they tried to come out with their exclusive Rise of Rome. You remember that was such a letdown. It was supposed to be this amazing, fucking fantastic game, and it was such a letdown. And
well, yeah, I already said that. Xbox One sucked.
Yeah.
As someone who loves Microsoft, Xbox One was kind of terrible, right? But if we're going off history here, it is now the Xbox's time to shine. And listen to this. I know Xbox has bought a plethora of different game studios to try to bring in all the games possible, all the exclusives, and I think it just might actually work, to be honest with you. I think that Xbox is going to try so hard to like reinvent their image and win this next like console war that they are willing to do and spend whatever it takes to make great games, and they're gonna blow Sony out of the water.
Right, and the reason I was saying I want a PS5 is because there's certain games that I want to play. The Last of Us, Days Gone is an amazing. I'm super into zombies right now, so I really wanted to play that. MLB The Show.
MLB The Show?
I love baseball games. I absolutely love baseball games.
I played baseball 8 years and I fucking hate it.
I mean, that's you.
Yeah.
I love baseball games. And there's no simulation baseball game for Xbox. So it's really pick and choose what you want. Now, I mean, in a perfect world, I just buy both. But, I mean, that's also, what, $1,000?
Yeah, it's expensive. And then on top of the games, the accessories, all that.
I will tell you, speaking of the controllers, PlayStation, you can tell, this is how you can tell the controllers are garbage, because back on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 2, 3 and below, basically, I don't know if you remember this, but the top triggers used to be to shoot, and the bottom triggers were to throw grenades, right? And I know they're interchangeable. You can switch it through the settings or whatever. But they would push in. There wasn't like a little under.
Oh, yeah.
It was very just...
Yeah, I remember that.
It was very just clunky.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you realize, but the new PlayStation 4 controller is starting to kind of replicate the Xbox. While the only real difference between it now is, I mean, the joysticks. They're in different locations. And the fucking D-pad is in a different location.
Yeah.
But the triggers are now the same. Almost similar. So
they don't even have a D-pad. They have like a little slide fucking tool. And that is another stupid fucking thing.
Yeah, they do have the little slide
thing. There was one game that I was trying to play that kept telling me to use the sliding fucking tool to play the game. I'm not gonna reach my hands all the way into the center of the fucking controller and like while I'm trying to have my hands on the joysticks to use these animations. It is stupid. Yeah. It is stupid controller mapping.
I think it was a good idea at the time. It was just executed poorly.
I think if the controller had a better feel to it, then it would be executed way better. Like if it was on the back of the controller and it was like you can use that, you know, when your middle finger's kind of resting on it. Yeah. You can use your middle fingers to like slide to the right or slide to the left. I feel like that'd be a better idea. But the fact that it's all the way in the middle, like completely out of the way, you need to have 3 hands or use your dick to slide it. Like I don't know, like what I mean. I don't know what there is to do.
I think it's debatable on all fronts, and really, it like I said, it comes down to a matter of how do you feel about the controller and how do you feel about the exclusivity of the games. I mean, that's really what it comes down to on which one you're going to choose. Now, some people might go for it for specs. Obviously, there was just something. Yeah, there was just something put out that an Xbox One Series X is going to outshine the PS4 in so many fronts just because it's so much more powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, it also looks like a fucking mini fridge, but...
I mean, it's better than looking like a fucking Wi-Fi router.
It looks like a ginormous...
I think it looks cool, to be honest with you. It's just it's just cool. A sleek black box.
It looks cool, but...
It looks like something that would be in your living room, not a fucking Wi-Fi router.
It looks cool, but at this point, it's like... It's almost as big as a PC tower. You might as well just have a PC.
No, because and people don't understand this. PCs... Okay, so think of it like this. PCs are way more expensive. I have a PC. My PC cost me... I have a... not like a budget build, but like an average build. Yeah. My PC cost me like $1,100.
Yeah.
So on top of the games you have to pay for, like the accessories, like if you ever want to like replace your fucking your keyboard or anything like that, like my PC is $1,100. For $1,100, with an Xbox One or whatever, or even the Series X, which is probably gonna be $400 to $500, you can buy like 12 different games. Like the amount of money I spent on my PC, it's different. Like obviously the PC is gonna be better because it's more expensive. Like it's gonna be more powerful. It's gonna be whatever. But if we're talking about like simplicity, casual gamers, people that just love fucking Xbox, I have a PC and I'm gonna get an Xbox One or Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Because I support Microsoft and I love Microsoft, and I think it's gonna have some. Not every game's gonna be playable on PC, just like how the Xbox One is. You know what I'm saying? So it's for the price, it's way faster than any PC that you can get for $500. And you can get more with it, and you can sustain you.
Well, and at this point, they're starting to allow keyboard and mouse transfer. So if you only like PC because you can use keyboard and mouse, they're starting to add things to be able to do that.
Yeah,
on Xbox.
now
you can do that with the Xbox One.
Yeah,
X
you can
right
do
now.
that with the One X right now. You can plug your fucking mouse and keyboard into the thing. You can play on a monitor.
Yeah.
But you're just playing on an Xbox.
Yeah.
I personally love Microsoft, and I know for a fact that they are going to do some great things with the new games coming out. And if Halo, and I might eat my words on this one, but if Halo Infinite turns out to be a great game, like that is the only thing. Like if Halo Infinite turns out to be a great game, that means everything else is going to fall in line. Yeah. Because if Halo Infinite, their most expansive, biggest title of the year, is great and has no flaws, it's great at launch, then they're going to set the tone for all the games to come after and follow that example.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Halo is one of their biggest sellers, and I mean, if they key in on that, I mean, like you said, everything's going to fall into place.
But we'll see when the next Microsoft conference comes. It was supposed to happen, and then it didn't. But with that, I think we're going to wrap up this episode 2 of Man Cave Monday.
2. Make sure you guys are sending in your questions. We'd like to start getting in some live calls as well at some point. Maybe answering questions on air whenever we can figure out how to do that.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that yet, and our internet is also kind of terrible.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna have some guest interviews as well whenever Ed decides to get his microphone sent down here by his parents. It's just
why was there so much emphasis on parents?
Because you keep saying, because first off, if your parents are watching this, first off, send it to them. Second off, I don't think you've asked them to send it to you yet.
I have not. They would have to go to
because they have to go to your apartment, and for some reason you don't want them to go to your apartment because you're hiding like some dead body in there.
It's dirty. And
who fucking cares?
I care. I don't.
Anyway, guys, we'll talk to you on the next episode, which is going to be on Monday, obviously, Man Cave Monday. Make sure to send us our questions. Post them in the comments. Direct message me if you have our contact information.
Let us know what you think about the channel art.
Yeah. Let us know if there's anything we can improve on. And with that,
we'll see you next Monday.
Yeah.